Hi, kitty boy. Hi, my precious. Oh. Hi, my precious. Oh my goodness. Hi, cozy friends. How are we this week? I hope we're hanging in there. It is November 8th and a lot has been happening in the world. I think a lot of us are just trying to process and deal with a lot of things. Just deal with a lot of emotions. This vlog, I kind of just want to go through some like self-care things that I do in a time when you need it the most. In a time when whatever the stressor is, you are stressed, you're worried, you're anxious. Just another November week that I want you guys to come along with me on. Unexpectedly, this has been shifted focus a little more into self-care time and the ways that I just process and decompress in life. So this is your safe space to do that if you need it still this week. I'm getting some work done right now, but then I'm gonna pick back up with y'all when I have some other plans. So yeah, just finishing up a little bit of work, and then we will I think I'm gonna listen to an audiobook. I just finished The Boyfriend. I thought it was okay. I mean, I saw the twist coming from like the very beginning, which I felt like was the point. Like, I felt like I don't see how anyone, and I truly don't mean this in like a condescending way. Like, I truly don't see how someone wouldn't have been able to see the twist or like the end coming just because of how she wrote it. It's like, obviously these people are connected. I don't know. Whatever, but I thought it was okay. It was a good, just like, again, it was taking my mind off of things for this week, and that was nice, but I didn't think it was like amazing. Someone in my Discord like went through and rated Anyanka, shout out to Anyanka, went through and rated all of the Frida McFadden books, and so that's helped me pick the next one, because I don't know, I'm just like in a thriller, mystery, that kind of vibe. That's just the mood I'm in right now, so I think I'm just gonna continue with that. That's like what's allowing me to just like read books right now. So I think I'm gonna do another Frida McFadden, but one of the ones that Anyanka in the Discord rated higher than The Boyfriend. I think they rated The Boyfriend like a 3, which I think is exactly what I would rate it. Probably like a 2.5, 3. So I think I'm gonna do Coworker next because they rated Coworker 4. So we'll do that. So I think I'll listen to an audiobook, and I want to play a game. Y'all, gaming has always been my release, my escape. Like, truly right now, what I need, and I think what a lot of us need, is just like an escape. Like, I just need to escape. I need to be completely involved in something that is not the world that I'm currently living in right now. So I downloaded 2 games, and we'll just see which one kind of sticks with me. I downloaded Red Dead Redemption 2 and The Witcher, which are both like very immersive, open world type storyline, questy adventure games. And I feel like that's exactly what I need right now. Similar to like Baldur's Gate. These are not CozyGames, but they're like so immersive and involved, and that's what I need. I need that right now. If you want a cozier version of that, I would say but do like Breath of the Wild or something. There's still a lot of like combat in that, but it's just a cozier version of like these types of games. But yeah, I just need that immersiveness. When I catch back up with y'all after work, that's what we'll be doing. So take a breath, reflect a little, touch base with yourself, see what you need. If it's distraction, that's valid. If it's immersion, that's valid. If it's escape, that's valid. If it's kneading into the feeling that you're feeling and like working through that and processing and journaling, that's valid. If it's crying, that's valid. If it's yelling, that's valid. If it's ranting and venting, that's valid. If it's arguing, that's valid. Like, whatever you need for right now, just do it. Give yourself that. Just give yourself that like freedom and flexibility to just like get everything out in whichever way you need to. So, all right, I'll see you on the other side. Gina boy, hello. Okay, y'all, I'm done with work. It is 2 p.m. I'm having an early Friday, half day on Friday. Instead of playing by myself, I think I'm gonna do that later, but Alyssa and Raleigh, my go-to gamer friends that we always play together, we're gonna play Lethal Company, so I need that so bad. We played some yesterday too, and just like streamed to Alyssa's Discord, and everyone was just like needing a place to like decompress, and so we were playing Lethal together for everyone, and today we're just gonna play it with ourselves and just be stupid, and yeah, so I'm gonna do that. If you have friends that you can play games with, oh my god, I can't tell you how like stress relieving it is. Oh my god, like whenever Alyssa and I are having a bad day, we're like, can you play Baldur's Gate with me? And it helps so much. So I'm gonna log on. This is what they sent me. This is what I get sent from both of them. Hello? Don't die! Hi guys. I did fall off the face of the earth after I last left y'all on whatever day that was. I was like, I'm gonna have, you know, all this self-care, we're gonna do all this self-care together, but really what I needed was just to like tune out, turn off everything, and be with myself and be with my community. We've just been having a lot of good times here and trying to like just feel good and have fun, and it's really helped, and it's been really nice. I think Wednesday I played Lethal Company like y'all saw. Friday we played games as a house together, like the three of us just played a bunch of games on Xbox out in the living room. And then on Friday we had our new moon eclipse double feature sleepover movie night, and 3 friends came over and we had a little sleepover and we did a drinking game with new moon. I'll put the rules up here, they're really real silly but they're good. And we fell asleep during eclipse. It was too long. We were like, what even happens during this movie? Like there is no point to this movie. What, like this is so long for no reason. We all fell asleep. Then we like set everybody up and had a little like sleepover, and we had breakfast in the morning. Ryan made all of us frozen margaritas the night before. They were delicious. And then Ryan made everyone breakfast, just like eggs and biscuits and bacon. It was so fun, and it was just like so healing to be with community and be with friends. Now we're back. We had a little slow morning, little intentional morning, and now I need to clean my room, okay? If you've not been in a good place, also, I'm sure your room might look something like this, okay? Let's take it in. We've got the pile of clothes, the well-known pile, capital P-T-M pile. We've got a pile. I need to put this away. Over here, we have a bunch of PR piles up every week. And usually I'm good about getting through it. Not this week though. So we'll have to take care of that. And then this is leftover sleepover stuff I just need to put in the linen closets. And then I have a bunch of just like miscellaneous stuff that I need to put away. It's just kind of sitting here. I'm gonna do that. So if you need a little motivation to clean up your anxiety room, that's just been sitting the same way for 2 weeks, come with me. Let's clean for a bit, okay? And Azula is here to help. Oh, she's digging in her butt. Okay, maybe she's not. I haven't eaten. Come with me. I need to eat lunch. Oh my god, there could not be a more perfect situation to show y'all why I love Factor so much, and Factor's our cozy sponsor today. Thank you, Factor, we love you. I keep partnering with Factor because it literally makes my days so much easier, like just right then. I do the thing where I just get in a work hole and I put my head down and I look up and it's like hours later and I should have eaten and I'm starving. And then I don't have time to cook food before I'm already starving. Like my stomach is hollow, I need to eat right then, that second. And it's a cycle, it happens every day. Factor saves me every single day. I have a like well-rounded nutritious meal every day that I literally just have to pop into the microwave for 2 minutes and then it's ready to go. And their meals are fresh, they're never frozen, they come delivered to your door, they're flexible, so it's kind of whatever works for your lifestyle. If you want to cook more, you can. If you want to cook less, you can. If you don't want to have to do grocery shopping, you can focus more on productivity, you can focus more on creativity, because you don't have to focus on cooking. And they also have like a lot of fun add-ons, like they have these juices. They're apple, kale, wheatgrass. So if you want to try Factor, which you should head to factor75.com, or you can click the link below and use code 50CozyK, and that'll get you 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box, which we love. So that's code 50CozyK at factor75.com to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. Thank you, Factor. I'm gonna house this, then we're gonna get back to cleaning. Y'all, someone sent me the cutest, her name is Lauren Tsang, and I think her shop is called Tsang. The cutest Stardew Valley themed stuff, like the cutest little stickers. They're all like crop themed, and then they've got some cats and some dogs. Pickleball, that's cute. And then there's like all the Stardew crops, and then some chicken, like the Stardew chicken keychains. They're so cute. They're so cute. And she also wrote the sweetest note with like the best handwriting I've ever seen in my life. That was phenomenal. But thank you, Lauren. Thank you. Okay, I got this cool PR from a, oh my god, I'm trying to catch my breath. That's really bad. Let me get back in my movement routine. This is a graphic novel. It's volume 1 of a graphic novel. It's called The Night Mother. I've been really enjoying graphic novels lately because it's just like a quick little read. Oh, the artwork is so good. Just like a quick little read. It's like a good alternative to just scrolling for like 30 minutes. You can just read a graphic novel, and I've been liking it. Whoa. Comes with a little clock. That's very cool. I love a well-crafted PR box, I'm gonna tell you. Oh my god, you guys. I have a pocket watch. I don't think I've ever owned a pocket watch before in my life. I know I haven't. In fact, I can confirm that right now. Never owned a pocket watch. Wow, look at that. Wow, that is so cool. I'm just gonna walk around like this. How you doing? You need the time? You need, hold on one sec. Hold on one sec. Hold on one sec. Here's the time. Yeah, you didn't ask for it, but you're welcome. That is what I'm gonna do with this. That's fun. I want to see what else is in it. Very cool little case. Oh, it gets better and better. It gets better. It gets better and better. The way I have like the best costume props now. Look at this. Yo ho. What am I even looking at right now? This like for real. Hello? That's insane. I think it's going so far that I literally can't see. I'm gonna have to look outside with these 2 items. I'm unstoppable. I don't think you understand. I'm gonna be insufferable. I'm gonna walk around the house like this. What y'all doing? What are you making for dinner? Need the time? That's so fun. I don't know what this is gonna, this can only, Of course it is. Of course it is. Of course it is. It's quill. It's quill and ink. It is quill and ink. And like the coolest quill you've ever seen in your life. Also a letter opener that like might be a murder mystery weapon in the future. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Coolest PR box ever. This is now just a PR unboxing, I guess, because I need to get through these packages. Oh my gosh. Okay, anything from Canopy, I am like jumping through the roof. I am ecstatic. Where can I put this? Whoa! They have a French collab, the like Ashley Tisdale brand. Look! Palo Santo Sage, Cashmere Vanilla, Lavender Cloud. I think I have the one scent that is not any of these. So I'm actually really glad that I got these because I have the other one. Maya will love this. I'm gonna give this to Maya. The Palo Santo Sage is like a woody. It almost reminds me of like Santal 33. Cashmere Vanilla, exactly what it sounds like. Lovely basic vanilla, basic in a good way. And Lavender Cloud's really good for like, it could almost be like a unisex scent. Like this could be a man body spray. Definitely like a masculine body spray or like a unwinding like nighttime one, I think. Oh, it literally says unwind and rest. Those are nice. Okay, I'm gonna give this one to Maya. Then we have the little diffusers these are for the humidifier that Canopy has, which I love. Is this a humidifier? It is a humidifier. Oh my gosh. Ooh, look how pretty. I love it. I have the green one in my room right now, but I feel like I'll put this in here because I don't have anything in here and I'm in here most of the day, all the time. Yeah, that'll be nice to keep my skin nice and hydrated. Yay. Oh, I'm so excited. And then you put the little aroma puck there and it smells good. Yay, I'm so excited. Thank you, Canopy. I love you, Canopy. My favorite Canopy product is the shower head. Always will be. The double filtered shower head. Canopy. I love you so much, Canopy. If I could like hug the Canopy owners, the Canopy creators for that shower head, I would. I love that thing. No one's taking that away from me. Okay. This is a Planet Coaster PR box. And so far, the first thing I saw, Planet Coaster is a video game, by the way. It's like a roller coasters amusement park simulator. Very good if you used to love like Roller Coaster Tycoon. Perfect for 2024 Planet Coaster. 2 is the second one. But they gave gibbets and Crocs. So cute. It's a whole keyboard. It's a whole custom keyboard. Look at this. I didn't even know they were sending this, y'all. A whole custom keyboard. They've got like Simlish happening. And then this. Wow, this is like a good board. It's an EPO. I do not have a board this nice. It's an EPO Maker board. It's hot swappable gasket mounted. This is I'm so excited about this. Oh my gosh, Planet Coaster, what the heck? And they gave me a really good keyboard cable. It's like a really nice one. And this box is nice. I really like this box. I think I might keep this and like paint it. It's a good box. A great box. There's 2 more things. Do we think it's a mouse? It's a game controller. It's an Xbox controller. Oh my god, you can never have too many Xbox controllers. You can never. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's a little Xbox controller. Yay! Oh my god. And we've been playing the Xbox a lot lately, so this is really helpful. That makes me so excited. These are such good things. It is. It's a mouse. It's a Razer mouse. Y'all, they did not cheap out on this. This is like some good quality stuff. A Planet Coaster Razer mouse. Wow, I don't even know what to do right now. Check out Planet Coaster, y'all. They gave a key for all of the things on the keyboard. Okay, y'all. I got all the boxes out of here. The last thing is my Pluzzy drinks that I have been obsessed with lately, so. And I'm gonna put them in the kitchen. But other than that, it's clean. Oh my gosh, yay. I hope you're able to clean up too, or just able to feel a little inspired to do something else. I don't know. Whatever you need to do. The other thing I uncovered in my mess was the Christmas books that I got to prepare for this holiday season. I got the Christmas Bookshop. I got Midnight at the Christmas Bookshop. And then I got Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. Those are my holiday reads this year. I have no idea if they're good. If you get them based off of me just sharing them, I don't know. I hope they're good, y'all. But we'll see. We'll have to see. The fall ones were hit and miss for sure. Maya and I are gonna play some games for the rest of the day, just kind of decompress. So come with me and hang out. There's no popcorn in this game. There's no popcorn in here. Popcorn eraser. Shut the machine. Mm-hmm. Pop, 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 pop. Butter, caramel, cheese. Chocolate even. No. Wow. Think about it. Raw wings. Shit, pretzels. Oh. I'm finishing up work for the next couple of hours, but these were at the store and I want to make them. So come on, let's make these. I also had these and these. Chila's laying on the floor, so I'm laying with him. What's up? What's up, Chila boy? Cool. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna have Past Me take you out with some really, really exciting big news. I filmed this a little while ago. I'm gonna have Past Me take it away. Hi, friends. Hi, Sheila. Hi, baby. Sheila's hanging out with us. We're having a little chit chat time. So, I have some fun life updates. I bought a house. I know, Sheila. What? What? I still don't believe it. He doesn't either. Bye, Sheila. Like, this feels like an out of body experience saying this to y'all and telling y'all this because I truly don't believe it. Like, I feel like I'm talking about another person and not me. I am feeling very imposter syndrome-y about this whole thing. But let me jump back. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me just jump back, give y'all context. But everything happened so quickly and so unexpectedly that I was not even able to, like, keep up myself in my actual active life, much less like take you guys along. So it just happened so quickly. But let's start from the very beginning. Why did I buy a house? Why now? I really just love this mic for little catch ups and yaps. It's just so much fun. I feel like I'm giving a like cozy friend PSA or something, cozy friend announcement. So I'm not someone who loves like talking about finances publicly. I think most people would understand that. It's like as a personal ethos thing. If anyone was curious, that's just never been something that I've been interested in, like sharing my finances. I know there's a lot of YouTubers that do that. They, like will go through their budgets and their income and like what they're spending on. Besties, I will never do that. I will never do that. I love you so much. I love you so much. I'm never gonna do that because like that's just so personal to me. It's probably a boundary a lot of us have. But I do feel like buying a home is such a big step that has seemed seemingly unattainable to me my entire life. Like literally up until 2 months ago. I'm not even joking. Like up until 2 months ago, I did not have the belief in my head that I could buy a home anytime soon for years and years and years and years to come. So I feel like it's important and I just want to share how I did get here just so that if anyone was in the same boat I was, where you were kind of in denial about your ability and you did have like imposter syndrome, then maybe you can kind of learn and feel empowered to educate yourself on the process and like maybe start the process yourself. There are some resources you can go to that are like purely educational that talk about the process, but I feel like people that I watch, just vloggers and stuff, it'll be like, I bought a house and now come with me. I'll show you my perfect new brand new spanking new house and I won't tell you anything about how we got here. And that's fine. That's absolutely their prerogative. That is something I considered. I was like, should I just like not talk about it? I just feel like this is one of those things I felt called to talk about. That's it. I'm making it more dramatic than it is, but I want to yap about finances for once and the importance of certain things and the importance of educating yourself on things, because it is the educating ourselves or the lack of educating ourselves that will hold us back from where we see other people going, because we tell ourselves I can't get there, or I am not the kind of person who buys a house. That's not me, when you very well may be able to. And then also I want to talk about it just in case anyone wants more information, so that they know like I'm staying the hell away from this process. Like this doesn't sound like anything that would benefit me and it's not right for me, which is absolutely like that's probably the case for a lot of people. I think there's a lot of people where right now it just doesn't make sense to buy. And so I also want to talk about it because I used to think buying a house was kind of the end all be all end goal, and I really don't think that anymore. And we talked about that on a past vlog. Like I really unlearned that ingrained thing of our society that's like a house, everybody should have a house. I really do not feel that way. It was right for me at this time in my life, at this moment, for a variety of reasons that we'll talk about. But yeah, it's probably not right for a lot of people, and that's okay. Like you don't have to. There's no rule book that says you have to get a house. So let's start with step 1. Let's start with bullet point 1. Roman numeral 1. Why? Like why and how? So what had happened was I hired a financial planner this year, which I've talked about on our recent videos, because I didn't feel like I had an understanding of my finances from like a bird's eye view. I knew I was doing the right things. I was saving, I was investing, but I didn't know what it all meant, and meant in the context of like life, if that makes sense. Like I needed an expert to come in and explain that to me. I just knew I was putting this much away here and this much away here, but I didn't know like, okay, what can I now do with it? I was really just like sticking my head in the sand, and like that didn't exist. I just kept shoving things where I knew they were supposed to go, if that makes sense. So bringing her on was so eye-opening. It was so eye-opening because she was able to say, like, keep this here, here, and here, and then move this here, and then you want a little more over here, and then this is good here. You should open this here. It was just so helpful. And similarly, hiring an accountant. If you are self-employed, please hire an accountant. Please hire an accountant. Back to the financial planner. One of the buckets that she was like, this is where your money should be or could be, was a house. And because I mentioned that as something that I might eventually want in life, she was like, well, okay, well, just so you know, you could put it in a house right now. This is how much you can afford, and like this is what it would be doing for you in a house versus, like sitting in this bank account or sitting here. And she was kind of like, you already have enough over here, enough over here, enough over here. Like, you could just put this in a house like that. I felt like this whole time, my whole adult life, where I was like making an income and a salary, I was like, well, I'm just never gonna have a house. It's like the classic zillennial thing, like a house is just never something I'm gonna own. But yeah, so she opened my mind to that. Also opened my mind to like what the function of buying a house is, and that it's not necessarily like, it doesn't have to be your forever home. Like, your first house doesn't have to be your absolute perfect forever home, and you have to love every single part of it, and the location has to be absolutely perfect, and like you've got to stay there forever. Like, she kind of opened my mind. This is just a step. Like, it's a step, and it's the first step, so it seems like a big deal, but it's simply just a step and a choice in life. It's really just like another way to save your money and another way to put your money somewhere where it's appreciating instead of depreciating. It's almost like a forced savings. But I really do think that's what keeps a lot of us first-time home buyers who like are looking to buy a home eventually, whether it's 20 years or 2 years or whatever. I feel like that keeps a lot of us out of the market for so long, because we do have that mentality. It's like this feeling of, well, your first house is the house that you own forever. But I think a lot of us take too long to get into the housing market because we have these preconceived beliefs about what a homeowner is, or like why a homeowner is, or who should be a homeowner, and when that should happen, when it's truly just another way to save your money and another place to put your money. Is it that cut and dry? Is it that easy and simple as like opening a high yield savings account? No, it's not. There's obviously tons of costs to it and lots of risk, but that's just another consideration, just something to think about. That's what shifted my mindset about buying a house. And if that's how you think about buying a house right now, as like this huge unachievable thing that you can only do once you find the perfect house and you have X amount of money, research is all I'm saying. Research, talk to some folks who can look at your net worth, look at your accounts, and tell you exactly what you could and couldn't afford, exactly what you could get into. And like, maybe that isn't a single family house. Maybe you start out with a condo or a townhouse or an apartment or whatever. You could still buy something. You could still own something. And that's cool, man, especially in this economy when you are at the will of a landlord. A lot of us are at the will of a landlord who could just raise rent prices or kick you out at any time. And that instability is really scary. So having a little stability is nice. To some Roman numeral one up, I just had my mindset changed, and I had an expert come and tell me, hey, you're good. My mindset then shifted from like never to, well, why not now? And of course that's very specific to like my current circumstances. So Roman numeral 2 is money. Shmoney. If you're like, Kennedy, where is this money coming from? Like, do you have a generous benefactor in your life? Do you have whatever? No, I don't. I had a lot of money packed away from when I was working 2 jobs, when I was a lawyer at a firm and a content creator. So I had 2 incomes, and I was also going insane, so I don't recommend that ever. But while I had 2 incomes, my cost of living was based on only 1 income. So like, I had planned for my rent and everything that I did and paid for that year to be based off of 1 income. And I had 2 because I was working too much. And then when I knew I wanted to leave my job, at the law firm and leave the lawyer life behind. That next year, I still planned to operate under the income of my legal job. I was operating under the belief and the fact, really, that I could lose all of this at any point at any time. I could lose content creation. I could lose my platforms. Like, platforms could vanish off the face of the earth. The internet could be taken away from it. Like, whatever, like whatever circumstance could happen, you never know. Tomorrow's never promised. I'm always operating under that assumption because you have to. Like, this social media is such a flighty career, marketing such a flighty space that, like, yeah, you can never depend on it and never expect to be depending on it for your entire life. So with that in mind, when I left my law job, I planned the next year to have a cost of living that was at or below my legal job, just in case anything happened, things weren't working out, and I could go back to my law job, go back to any law job with licensing that I have as an attorney in California. The fact that that's always a plan B for me is real nice, real nice. So I say all that to say that next year, where it was my first year as fully self-employed, running my own business under the salary of my previous law job. So anything that I made over that, I either saved or I invested, because I truly just thought of it as like none of my business. Like, that money is none of my business. And because now I've just put so much into investing and savings, I have enough to put towards the house. So that's where the money came from. Myself, and saving and investing. And I'm buying it by myself. It's just going to be my name on the house. It's just going to be mine, all mine. I will be signing agreements and such so that is legally very clear. But yeah, because I don't have plans to get married or anything legally, then it's like, this is just always going to be my house and be in my name. So if buying a house anytime soon is something that interests you, I would do a rent versus buy analysis, because that is something that my financial planner did, and something that I did independently as well, is just to like look up a rent versus buy analysis or rent versus buy calculator online. It takes into account your location, it takes into account your income, it takes into account your expenses and your debts, and it takes into account like the housing prices or whatever that you would be looking at. And it tells you like it makes more sense to rent. Like it just makes more sense to rent right now. Either the housing prices are too high, interest rates too high in your area, rent is low enough to where it just makes sense, and then it'll tell you to rent. Or on the other hand, interest rates are good, housing prices aren't too bad, rent's really high, you might as well buy. So it's really helpful just so that you're not like operating on the motivation of like, I just want a house, I need to buy a house, I need to buy property, because it might not be the time, it might not be the right area, it might not be all of that. For a lot of people, the goal of buying a house is to be paying less than you would in rent on your mortgage, and like know it's going to stay at that level for forever, versus rent could always go up. But for other people, like, and especially in this market, like that's just not what it is. So you can still just evaluate like what makes more sense. Is it worth it to be paying a little more than you would be renting to be able to have that like equity, etc., etc. Roman numeral 3 for me was starting the process of looking. So once I knew this was something that I could do, and then I knew I had the money for it, I did some reflecting on it. I actually wanted to. So that was the third step for me, was like, do I actually want this? I can, but do I want this right now? And I decided I did. I decided I knew I was fine with where I would be living for a while. I wouldn't really want to live anywhere else. In my heart, like, I wanted a place to be able to mess with on my own. Like, that's just something I've wanted for so long. And so that was like a big draw for me, was just being able to have a home that like really feels like mine, and I can do literally whatever I want to it, because I've never had that in my life, and that is something I'm excited about. So I contacted my realtor, who is, they're a couple who are very close, like family friends. And this is where everything happens so fast. It happened so fast, because my plan was like, I literally said 6 to 12 months, 6 to 12 months. That's the thing, is like, everybody says 6 months, 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months was my timeline. And I was like, okay, I'm going to be able to vlog everything. I had such plans, especially I love open house content. Literally on the very first day, the last house was the one. It was the one. I like immediately knew. And everyone says that and you roll your eyes and you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. It's a house, man. But I immediately knew. I had gone to open houses before that. Ryan and I went on a bunch of open houses before we even hit up a realtor. That first day, last house, I was like, I like that one. I like that one. That's a good one. And I still wasn't like, I am attaching my heart to this. It wasn't like that. I was just like, no, I know I could live there. I could live there. If I could have it tomorrow, I would. Which is so funny because when we came out from all the other houses, I was kind of like, yeah, it was cool. Yeah, that one was perfect on paper, but I don't know. No. And I came out of that one and I was like, I like that one. And my realtors were like, really? Like, really? That one? Because it's like, you know, it's kind of old. Lots of work needs to be done to it. But I was like, yeah. We didn't stop there, though. We, like, looked around more the next day. I think maybe even one more day. We looked in a bunch of areas, like, throughout the suburbs of Southern California. I don't know. I just kept seeing houses that I was like, this technically is perfect. It's checking off all the boxes, right? However, it's not. It's just not hitting. It's just not hitting. I can't see myself here. I kept thinking back to the other one. I was like, I can see myself there. I could see myself renovating that. I could see myself there. Like, I think I talked to my realtor and was like, I think I want to make an offer. But I was also terrified too, because I didn't know really what that meant at that stage. I thought an offer was like, I thought when you make an offer, it's like, that's it. You're done. Then you wrap it up. Like, you own the house now and you have to pay $1 million, bajillion, $5 million to own this house. But my realtor was like, no, there's so many parts and moments in the process where you can pull out. If you like do the inspection and you see something you don't like, you can immediately pull out. No harm, no foul. A counter offer that you don't like, you can say nope and I'm backing out. There was just so many things I didn't know. I just wasn't educated on the process. Yeah, I was like, okay, let's make an offer. And there was a little back and forth. I think I signed the final counter offer when we were at Live Oak's fall fair thing, when we were in line for the Ferris wheel. I like got the final counter offer and I was like, guys, do I sign this? It's like to Esty and Maya, like, is this dumb? Should I buy a house? I think even then I just still was like floating up above myself, like making these decisions. Like I wasn't hitting that it was real. Obviously I was putting a lot of thought into it. I have not had a full night's sleep since I've made that first offer on the house. Have not had a full night's sleep. So yeah, lots of thought, lots of racing thoughts, mostly unproductive, but at least I'm thinking it through. So back and forth happened, but then we agreed. The sellers are so sweet. I've like spoken with them. So sweet. They like lived in the house for 20 years. They love it and they just have to move because their kids are all grown up. I like wrote them a letter talking about how meaningful this would be for me as a first time home buyer and like what the house specifically would mean. It's really nice. It's very sentimental, very sweet, and like everything really just lined up kind of perfectly and it just felt meant to be. It was like kismet. I think I wasn't letting that guide me as much as I should have. I was very much based in like logic and reason and like thinking every single thing through and like what if this, I was driving myself crazy when I should have just kind of been like, look at all the signs. I would never make a decision that way, but that would be nice. It's a nice thought. The next Roman numeral 4, the location. So obviously I'm not going to dox myself, but it will be outside of LA. So it's like a suburb outside of LA. I do go out and do a lot of work in LA, so being close to LA is nice, but also being a little far from LA is also a really nice excuse, because sometimes I feel like I have to say yes to events and meetings just because I'm here. I'm like, oh, it's right down the street, but now I can be a little more discerning. I can be a little more picky, and that's really nice. That's something I like. Why I'm moving outside of LA, I loved it. I still love it. Like, it's great. I love LA. The energy, I love all the things to do. I love how close we are to stuff. Even the location we're in, it's like the perfect location. If I were to stay in LA, I would stay in this location. I would not go anywhere else in LA. I would stay right here for however long we would live in LA. I love it. Right here. It's perfect. But I'm a suburb girl. I'm a suburb girl at my heart. I grew up in the suburbs. I am just a suburb girl. And I have spent so much time in cities. I spent all of undergrad in cities. I spent time abroad in 2 different cities, whole law school in a quasi city. I then went to like a little bit outside of SF, but I had to go into SF a lot. So that was another city. Like, I've just been in city a lot, and I thrive in the suburbs. I love the suburbs. The suburbs are comfortable to me. I love the comfort of a suburb. I love how close everything is. I love how clean everything is. I love how there's so many trees and plants, and the landscaping is so thoughtful and intentional. All of the things that, you know, like a New Yorker would be like, I hate it, this is suffocating. I love it. And everything that is in a city, I'm stressed. I'm stressed and I never want to leave my house. When I live in a suburban area, I want to leave all the time because home's nice, but also outside's nice. And outside's not scary and noisy, and there's no parking. There's always parking. It's always calm. I love it. So yeah, I have known since before I knew I was moving to Southern California that I wanted to live in a suburb. I knew that for a long time. Like I said a couple months ago, I could live here for like another 5 years. I don't know about that. I could live here for another like 2 to 3 years because it's just so fun, and like we are in such a nice space, and this apartment is nice, and the surroundings are nice. We can walk to so many things, and that's really fun and nice. I would also be happy in a suburb, and I wouldn't be happy here long term. So that's the reasoning behind it. I love it here. It's lovely. I feel like I've got a lot out of it. I don't feel like I've gotten everything out of LA. I think like one more year I would have felt like I got everything out of LA. This is the first time I'm leaving a city, which I was talking about this with like Ryan and Maya. This is the first time we're all leaving a city where we're like sad about it. We're like, I'm kind of going to miss it, and I don't know if I'm ready, and like there's still a lot left here to do. Versus any other city I've left, I've been like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I need to go. Somewhere else is going to be so much better. I just feel like the next step is going to make me happy. This is the first time I feel like I've moved and I've been like, I could stay here still, but I'm also going to be happy over there. Like I would be happy here and also there. And I think that's a good sign. I think that's a really good sign. It was just like the opportunity came, we had to take it. And that's why we're leaving earlier than we thought we would. I know if you're just watching my vlogs, you see me at home all the time, but like we were out here like this whole year. We were out here. We were going to carry it like every weekend. We were doing something out in LA. We've really taken advantage of our time here, and I'm really grateful for that. I would have been really fresh. I would have been, I think, not ready to go. I don't think I would have bought the house if we hadn't taken advantage of it as much as we did, and like we stayed in for the whole first year. And then I was looking back and I was like, dang, I really don't feel like we got to know LA at all. I don't think I would have bought the house. I feel like I would have stayed here longer, but I feel like we learned LA enough, and to the extent where I'm confident in moving and confident in like, okay, I get it. You know, I've always, since I grew up in Southern California, I've always had LA here. I've always visited it. We used to come here all the time as teens. So it's always been familiar to me. It's not like I spent a year in LA and now I'm leaving. Like I know LA, and I know what I like about it, and I know what I don't like about it. And the things I like about it, I can travel to and I could go visit, and they'll be all the more special for it. But yeah, Ryan and Maya are also kind of like sentimental and sad about it, but also excited to like learn a new place and learn a new area and just have like a home to feel like is our home. I think that's gonna be nice. So Roman numeral 5, moving. We'll be moving like mid to end of December, which is such a good time to be moving, guys. I so recommend moving smack dab during the holidays. It's just such a good time to move. Yeah, we're moving smack dab in the middle of the holidays, which is a gift and a curse, I think. That we were kind of lamenting about the fact that we won't get to have our Christmas tree up because we can't like get it out of storage and then put it up and then like put it back down to move and then like put it up again in the new place. So yeah, Christmas is a little bit canceled in our household, but that's okay because we'll be very excited about house stuff, and that's fun. But yeah, so over the course of the rest of November and the first half of December, we're going to be slowly packing, which of course I'm taking y'all along with, and then we're going to be doing some renovations for like the first 2 weeks, just the immediate stuff like floors and paint, and then all of the other renovations are going to be like very slow, like a very slow process, and I kind of want to DIY some stuff, so they'll just be a slow process. Floors and paint, I wanted to just get out of the way, so it's going to be very hectic, but hopefully I can show you guys a lot of that. That's the moving logistics. It's going to be hectic, but I'm so excited to finally like share this whole process with you and like be able to talk about it. Oh my god, it's been killing me. It's literally been consuming my life for the past 2 months, and like woe is me, like I have to buy a house. Like I chose this life, and I am so lucky to be able to be going through this process right now. Trust me, that's not lost on me. And just for context, like this has been one of the more stressful times of my life. Like I think it goes having 2 jobs, studying for the bar and taking the bar, law school's for sure right after that, and then like buying a house. I think it's like right here, just for a scale if anyone's curious. One of the more stressful, top 5 at least, stressful times of my life. And so I both didn't want to like unload that and like dump that all on y'all. I just feel like it was just a lot of me processing things, and that's not necessary. I was stressed. That's it. It's not, I didn't, that's, you guys don't deserve that. And then I also didn't want to like jinx it by talking about it. I don't know. I'm not that superstitious, but I also just didn't want to jinx it, or like I didn't want to have to come back and be like, oh guys, it fell through, and set this expectation that I'm buying a house and we're moving, and then all of a sudden be like, just kidding. So I just wanted to make sure not to drag y'all into my stress in this process until it was like set in stone. So I hope y'all understand. I hope y'all can respect that, and I hope you understand that I was shielding you from a lot of things and a lot of unnecessary stress imparted on you by my anxious brain. This has shaved years off of my life. I have been waking up at like 4:30 a.m. every morning just to stare at the wall and stress, and then like panic research for 2 hours every morning. Different things. Every morning it was a different thing. I know way too much about too many things about houses and construction and finance and literally every single aspect of a house and adjacent things. And that's just how my anxiety works. Looking back, I'm very glad I didn't unload all of that onto you throughout the whole process. I am now because I can, but I'm glad I didn't, looking back, because now we can just focus on like the positive parts. And of course, there's going to be so much stress with the renovations, and we can yap about that. But that's fun stress. That's like, you know, oh no, what if I don't pick the right tile? Or like, what if I can't do this in time or whatever. And so now we can focus on all of the fun, positive things together, and I can't wait for that, and that'll be so much fun. Now I can just like look at this accomplishment for what it is and be proud and be excited, and then like take y'all along with me and on the fun parts and the excitement. And I'm not going to suddenly turn into like a home YouTuber and a DIY YouTuber. Am I going to be doing a lot of home stuff and trying some DIY? Absolutely. That's going to be, of course. This is real life Sims. I'm gonna, like, this is gonna be exciting for me. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice balance of home stuff and regular stuff. But I'm just excited. Like, we're gonna have so much fun together, I think, on this new chapter. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be, how many times have I said that? I'm just really excited. I don't know if you can tell. I'm very excited to go on this journey just on my own, but also like now with y'all. It just makes it so much more fun to be able to do it with y'all and like sharing excitement and sharing milestones and sharing the process of seeing things change in the house and like getting your advice on things, because I know a lot of y'all are experts. But yeah, anyways, thank you for caring, cozy friends. Thank you for caring about my life at all. Thank you for listening to me yap about like buying a house, like the fact that there's some people on this planet that just like have been with me forever. Thank you for supporting me on any platform you've supported me on for however long you've supported me, whether it was yesterday or whether it was back when I first starting playthroughs. If you watch those, there are so many people in my life that like got me, not to get mushy, I'm gonna get mushy, there are so many people in my life that have gotten me to this point through high school, through college, through law school, through then making the decision to leave the legal world completely, and through creator stuff, through starting a business and figuring that out, and through all of the stuff about being a creator, like the emotional support, the encouragement, celebrating me when I just didn't have it in me to celebrate myself, bringing me food when I've been glued to my computer for 12, 15 hours straight, and you guys bringing laughter to my days and like comments or in streams. I am who I am because of the community around me, and I will never take that for granted, ever, 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 ever. Ugh, gross. I just wanted to give you an update, and it turned emotional and gross and sappy. I love you guys very, very much. And I just want to say that you are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. Do not compare your journey to anyone else's. Don't look at somebody else's journey and be like, well, I should be doing that. You can let other people's journey inspire you, but don't let it question who you are or where you are right now. Let inspiration guide you, but don't let feeling left behind change your direction at all. You'll get to where you need to be exactly when you should. If I had acted on keeping up with the Joneses or trying to do what I saw other people doing, I would be in a terrible position right now. If I listened to what people told me I should be doing instead of listening to myself, if I acted on emotional impulses even, I would not be where I am right now, which is exactly where I'm supposed to be. So just trust the process. Know that you'll get to where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to get there, and that other people's journeys have absolutely nothing to do with yours. And that's okay. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Journeys are different. And I appreciate you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I love you guys for even like caring and listening to this. And you guys are the best. You guys are the best. I'm so lucky. I love you so much. Stay cozy. Bye.